want to tell you something.
Closer.
Yeah, a little bit closer.
Hi.
Hi.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Don't you ever with me and alcohol. Got it?
Oh, you got a problem with that, nerd? I'll throw a fireball in your face, because I'm a wizard.
So they were able to get him to the hospital in time.
Yes, he's in the intensive care ward at Our Lady of the Worthless Nerve.
Oh, we've discussed this. Mornings are for coffee and contemplation.
Hey, why can't we be Universe A?
Yeah! We called it first. Besides, this place kind of feels like a bee, you know?
You have my sister. If not, would you like a margarita?
Yeah, and when I see freaks in the street, I never, ever stare at them. And yet I'm careful not to look away, see? Because I want to make the freaks feel comfortable.
There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
You're listening to Comic Can Coozie, your weekly podcast for all your geeky, garbage, kitschy comedy and nerdy news. I'm Cole.
And I'm Taylor. We decided tonight was the night to do it.
Yeah.
I got band practice tomorrow, and tonight I got off late, so it just worked out that way, and that's what we're going to roll with.
Why did you write down arena football in my notebook?
Oh, fuck yeah. You keep talking about what you want to talk about. I want to look this up because you got to see the pictures of this thing. All right, so we all know, Cole, that the shopping mall is a
thing of the past.
Yeah, it's a bygone era. I mean, gone are the days of the mall rat. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah,
So
just kids who spend too much time on Amazon now.
Yeah, right. At least there's nothing to fuck around with if you're shopping on Amazon. So at least these pieces of shit kids are at home. But anyway, so there's a shopping mall. I want to say it was in Houston. Okay, in Houston.
Okay.
A dead mall that they converted into an arena fucking football stadium. So I think they have seats on the bottom floor here, but this mall is a 3 level. So you got the floor level, one tier, and then one above that.
Okay.
And you could just show up at the shopping mall and fucking watch
a football game.
Watch a fucking football game. How fucking cool is that? I don't know. I thought it was fucking awesome that they repurposed this.
It looks cool.
It looks
from the picture.
It looks like a fucking shopping mall.
This game was in New Jersey.
Yep, East Rutherford. Yep.
Okay, I thought you said it was in Houston.
I thought it was too. So I get. Here, let me just mute it here because our audience can't hear it. But look at this. How cool is this? I mean, could you imagine fuck, I got to go to the mall today, and you just walk in and there's a fucking football game going on? Wait,
is there actually stores that are open?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's so crazy. I don't know. I thought it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
I mean, why not, right? You've got this vacant building that
Well, you said that there was stores.
There are. What I'm saying is, I would look at I consider, even though there's stuff going on in our Gateway Mall, okay, I kind of consider that a dead mall. You know what I mean? There's just not a lot of people. The foot traffic is
if
not
you want to
there.
be by yourself, that's a good place to go.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, there's a few stores, but they're all local shops at that particular dead mall.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's all local shit, and are there any chains left inside the mall itself?
Harbor Freight,
but that's not in the mall. That's on the outside. You've got a few that are on the outskirts, like Planet Fitness, which you can't access from the mall. You've got Harbor Freight and Joann Fabrics, which you can't access from inside the mall.
Yes, you can.
No.
Yeah, you can.
Which one?
Joann Fabrics.
You cannot. No.
I mean, I wouldn't. Even if you could, I wouldn't.
What are you, a
access
fucking
it.
ghost? Can you phase through walls?
They have that over by the old Sears entrance. They have a way you can get in there. I had an ex-girlfriend's friend's mom who worked there.
That was the original Joanne's fabric. That was Hancock fabric.
Did they move it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't really give a shit.
You're like fucking gaslighting me.
I want
over
to
here.
fucking argue with you for no reason.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I want to be that
Cole,
person in the relationship. I just want to. I want to argue with you, even though I'm wrong.
It's not 1990 anymore, Cole.
Okay.
Get your facts straight. I'm just trying to think. I don't believe that there is a. I don't believe that there is a store left in that mall that is a chain store.
Then what about the store that sells chains?
Oh, that's right. You fucker. Forgot about the 2 chains is what they call it. Anyway, so I'm all for them taking out the church that's in the fucking my old dirt mall.
Who gives a shit if there's a church there? It's not like anyone goes to that mall anyway.
That's true. Well, I would go if there's football there.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I don't know how you'd fit it in there, but they can make it happen. So that was my highlight for the week.
They could not make it happen. They'd punt that ball and it'd hit the ceiling.
All the shit that's going on in the world, Cole, and I click on a TikTok video that's got a fucking arena football inside of a mall. I'm like, I'm on cloud 9. This is the future, and it's awesome.
You were talking about, you're trying to gaslight me here. My mom basically did the same shit to me the other day. Just like,
you weren't born. You were never born.
Well, so I was wearing a pair of jeans that had a big hole in them. You know, I was doing laundry and shit, and I was like, I'm not doing anything today. Like, I'm not really going anywhere.
This was today?
No, this was on like Thursday.
Oh, okay.
I had the night off, and I was like, okay, I already kind of did all the shit I need to do around the house, and like, I'm just like, I'm doing laundry, or the laundry's in the dryer right now. I'm just gonna wear like these fucking shitty pants with the big hole in them because I'm not like really going out anywhere, not going to anywhere nice or anything. And I realized it was before 5, and I was like, shit, I'll bet my mom is still watching Evie, my niece. I'm gonna go over to her house and hang out there. Yeah. I get over there, and my pop came home from work early, so he could hang out with Evie too. And
what a guy!
I don't normally wear these jeans with the holes in them unless I'm like really just sitting around the house being, you know, fucking worthless. Okay. But I wore them over to my parents' house, and the hole is up high enough where you can see the tattoo on my right thigh. And she's
when you started with the, I thought you were about to say the tip of my penis.
Oh, you can see that too, but that's not the part of the story I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, gotcha.
No, so she's like, when did you get that tattoo? I was like, I don't know, like when I was like 23 years old. And like, so that'd be like 19 years.
Is that the one
years ago
on your right thigh? Or
yeah.
Okay.
I only had that one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
As far as on my legs, that's the only one.
Gotcha.
So she's like, no, you have not. I was like, Mom, you've seen this before. I was like, we have this conversation every time. Every time you see this tattoo. And she's like, I've never seen that before in my life. I was like, how often do I wear shorts this high where you would be able to see this part of my leg?
Yeah.
I was like, you've seen this tattoo. Like, what? I mean, what the fuck does it matter anyway? It's not. She's not going to be able to take it off. You know?
Right. I kind of look at it this way though too, because every time, just because I know who you are, Cole, right, and the kind of I mean, this isn't. I don't mean this in a mean or bad way. Whenever, like, if you're walking around the house and like I see your tattoos, it does like, oh, that's right, Cole's got tattoos. Like that always kind of throws me for a loop every time I see you. Oh. Like if I see your tattoos, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot Cole's got tattoos.
Well, the first time she ever saw this was
and your tattoos aren't ones that like,
they're not visible if I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt.
Right.
And if I'm wearing shorts, they're not visible. If I'm wearing swim trunks, then 6 out of 7 are.
Okay.
So, but like the first time she ever saw it was probably 5 years after I got it.
I want to say this,
maybe
for the
even
record.
longer.
I want to say this for the record. I've never seen Cole's butthole tattoo.
No.
Okay. No. I just want to say that for the record.
But people at Moon have seen it.
Wow, you really spread it out there.
I really do. No. Actually, it was probably like 8 years after I got it. She was the first time she saw it. she's all like,
Was that your first tattoo at 23?
no, my first one was when I was 18.
Oh shit! Wow.
Anyway, so the first time I seen it, and she's just like, why didn't you tell me about this? Why didn't I know about this? It's like, I honest to God said to her, the shit you don't know about me could fill volumes of books. Like, you don't gotta tell your parents everything.
I certainly don't.
I don't gotta
Dude,
tell.
there's
I don't
so
gotta tell
much.
anybody everything.
God damn! I mean, now that you say that, there's so much I haven't told my parents.
I mean, there's
And
so
you know
much
what?
you
I'm
probably
sure-
haven't told your friends.
and vice versa. I'm sure there's a shit ton that my parents haven't told me.
Yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
like, fuck off, Mom.
Yeah,
Get off my dick.
secretive, dumb mom.
Fuck. Cole,
Yeah,
you walked out of a show this week.
I did. Yeah, I did. I didn't.
Or-
I don't give a fuck either.
I'll say this. It wasn't this week. I guess technically it was last week. So you walked out of a show last week,
Saturday. Yeah.
and I've been dying to get some more information because you've been withholding.
No, it was not on Saturday. It was on like Tuesday.
Well, no, the show was,
it-
but we had podcasted since then, so it was like
Because
right
it was
after we
on
sent the
Tuesday
podcast.
because I took that night off of work.
Right. So the evening starts off.
We got
Kinda
tickers
shitty.
for Wheeler Walker Jr.
Wheeler Walker Jr.
The
and-
whole night was kind of inconvenient.
Yeah, a little bit.
So-
So we had you had messaged me and you said, "Hey, where do you want to go for supper?" And I had already kind of eaten, so I didn't really want to. I didn't really care, you know. So I mentioned you mentioned a couple places. You said Jimmy V's or the India Clay Oven, and I'm like, eh.
Well, and I mentioned a few other places, but they're not involved in this story either.
Right. So I said, you know what? I haven't been to Jimmy V's in a while. I could get a slice of pizza or something small there. And we show up there. Now we're within walking distance of the venue, right?
Yeah.
Belle Mayhew's. And,
Like 2.5 blocks away, maybe.
and listen, I'm not going to begrudge a place, a local business, but what the fuck? I mean, you knew that this fucking show was happening. I mean, as a business, you gotta be ready for that, man.
I feel bad for the owner of that place because what I
Okay.
believe the reason that was so bad. So we walk in. This is a pretty big sized restaurant.
Yeah.
And it is packed. Every table has people at it.
Yeah.
And we sat down and waited and waited and waited for service.
Yeah.
And then I started like realizing what was happening. And I don't know if I told you, but I definitely told Elijah. There's only 2 people working here.
Yeah, it was a
they have
bartender
a
and a
bartender
waitress.
and a waitress,
said,
and that
"Fuck."
waitress is getting fucked over by that table. Like I didn't say this part, but I could tell that waitress was getting screwed over by that table of 12 over there, because she would bring them 2 drinks, and then 2 other people would order, and then she would
Fuck
bring those
them.
back, and then 2 other. So she was stuck at this one table for.
Yeah.
I think that the owner is not able to hire anyone.
That could be.
And
That could
that
very
is
well be.
why the service was so shit, because they were packed and these 2 people that were working there could
Yeah.
not keep up.
Yeah.
And if that's what it looks like in the front of the house,
Oh.
what's going on in the back?
Don't know.
So Tayler
I kind of got up.
fucking also must have been frustrated because he got up and left without saying anything and came back a few minutes later and said, hey, the Clay Oven was next door. He said, if we go to Clay Oven, they have seating for us right now. And
Yeah.
we're like, okay,
Because
let's do it.
I mean, at that point, I'm not disparaging the business and whatever. I am disparaging for them. I know what the reason is. It sucked that they didn't have enough help. But I'm looking at my watch. I'm looking at the service, and we hadn't even been talked to at that point.
And we had been sitting there for about 20 minutes.
And I'm like, we got to get to the show. So I went over to Clay Oven. We got right in. Food was good. Service was fine. I did like
Food
that.
was okay.
I liked my garlic. I like that fucking food,
Whatever
bro.
the thing I got that
Your thing was not what
that Sikh kebab.
Yeah.
It was basically Indian meatloaf.
but worse. Because I like the texture of meatloaf. This was just a little too soft.
It was
Eh.
it wasn't my favorite.
The flavor was fine.
I've had really good meals there. So
flavor
you know,
was
just
fine.
that if you try something new every time you go to a restaurant, every now and again you're gonna fucking pick a loser.
Yeah.
So I'm not upset.
I did
about
not
it.
pick a loser. I went with some sort of cauliflower appetizer, deep fried. Almost was like somebody said it looked like General Tso's chicken.
Yeah.
And it kind of it wasn't as spicy, I guess, or it didn't have any kick to it.
Mm-hmm.
That was fantastic. And I ordered next time
I go there, I was actually thinking about getting that. It looked very good.
Do what I did. You like naan, right?
I can live with or without it.
So order the cheese naan
Mm-hmm.
and have them put the garlic on it.
Okay.
So it's a garlic cheese naan. Fantastic. It was so good. And then yeah. So everything was good there. The waiter was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
I thought at first
I thought he was going to murder Nancy as well.
Because when Nancy says, "I'm just going to stick with water," and all of a sudden, like the guy just goes deadpan.
Just his face went emotionless.
He's like, he almost like, "What the fuck did you just say to me?" He walks over, he picks up her glass. He's like, "I don't see a stick in here."
No,
my God.
No, he said it's not sticky.
It's not sticky.
It's not sticky.
Oh, I loved it. I got a good laugh out of it.
It was pretty fun, and
Great
they
delivery.
kind of like they had different servers coming over and dropping off our stuff and
Yeah.
getting. One guy got our food and one guy got our drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
Every one of them was just awesome.
Yeah, the service there is so great. I love going there. But then it was time for the show, and we walk in, and I don't know, like obviously it's a country music show, so there's going to be a lot of country music.
Kind of an outlaw country sort of outlaw country sort of fan base.
Fuck that, because you know how I know they're not.
He's a comedian though.
No, you want to know how I know that crowd is not a fucking outlaw country?
Because they were all standing up for that Toby Keith song.
Exactly. Fuck that. But, the first act goes on. Tayler.
I hate the Bill Mayhews. I don't think I'll ever go to another place there again. The fucking. The rows to the seats are too close, so
Yeah.
So I'm too tall to sit in those without my knees digging into the back of the chair ahead of me.
You're just like never. Okay, I know you say you probably won't go there again. All I'm saying is, if you hated that, if you hate those chairs, never sit upstairs. It's way.
Oh yeah, I have
cramped.
had to because my my little brother would
cramped
would
up there.
do his Christmas shows there.
Was it like Santa?
No, like
for band or whatever?
for like band and shit.
Okay.
And yeah, the upstairs is even
Way more
worse.
cramped.
But like, okay, so my shoulder is still fucked up. I'm sitting there next to you. You're a big dude, so I didn't get an armrest. And the other dude next to me, and I'm so cramped in there, and my shoulder just kept fucking locking up on me. The bad one that I fell on.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, this is really uncomfortable. I can't fucking move my legs. Taylor's fucking manspreading like an asshole. And I can't hear anything.
Okay.
Because during the first act, the crowd didn't shut up at all. So I couldn't hear the songs.
So for the opening act, it was just a guy playing acoustic guitar, singing, and he brought out a
slide guitar player.
A steel guitar player about midway through the set. And I'm sitting here just flabbergasted at the assholery of
the crowd.
Just not shutting. I've never, Cole, seriously, I was on board with you. Like I was like, God, this fucking sucks. I don't really even care much for what this guy is singing about or what, but I will at least like to hear it. I paid for the fucking ticket.
Yeah.
But all of these fuckers were treating this like it was some fucking cover band at the fucking Lonesome Dove. Like I don't understand. Like, and I don't give a fuck if you're gonna get pissed off at me for this, Cole. Okay? But country music fans can suck my dick.
Well, those ones certainly can.
I honestly think
those ones certainly can.
I think it is across the board that way. Honestly. I mean, I've been to 1,000 shows, Cole, and I've never experienced that level of disrespect to an artist. Absolutely fucking pissed me off. But I paid the money, and I was gonna watch Wheeler Walker Jr. and that band. While we still couldn't hear because I don't think it was the bell. I don't think it was the artist. I think it was the sound people.
The sound technicians.
We'll call them the sound technicians because they're the ones that set up all the PA system. They had these huge array speakers pointed straight back. Okay, so the only people that are getting peppered with the sound are the people that are on the outside of the aisles. Okay?
And we were dead center.
We were dead center. Okay, so all of those people are getting all the vocals. Okay, and I thought for sure it was mostly the crowd when we were listening to the Tayler guy with just the acoustic guitar. However, when Wheeler came out, it was the same situation. We couldn't hear shit because they had these center.
I'm so fucking happy I left.
Yeah, because those center speakers fucking sucked. I mean, we were not getting any vocals. It was so hard to hear what was actually being sung, right? Fucking terrible experience as far as acoustics
And the
go.
only reason you go to Wheeler Walker is to hear him sing because of his jokes.
His stupid lyrics and stuff. Yeah, fucking awesome. But I want to also say this about, first of all, Wheeler's band. Fucking incredible musicians. Every single one of those fuckers were ripping it up, okay? The second thing I loved about it is that the joke of Wheeler Walker, okay, which is this outlaw country musician, over everybody's head. Just completely, nobody got the joke. Nobody in that crowd was there to laugh at country musicians and country music. They were all there, wholehearted support. It was fucking awesome. So for that, Wheeler Walker gets a win in my book. Loved it.
Yeah, I don't know. And then that's the other thing is I just don't like people, and I'm sitting here in the middle of a fucking crowd, and so I didn't like it. I was uncomfortable. I was probably gonna leave anyway, but the experience was so bad that I just left earlier.
Yeah, I get you. I got you. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
I think the only time I've ever really been to a hockey game where I just didn't hate it was when I was in Vegas with no one there, and then the fucking stranger next to me was some guy from New York, and neither team was from New York, neither team was from Minnesota, and I was going for the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah,
he wasn't going for either team, and we just sat there and bullshit and talked hockey. That was the most comfortable I'd been with a stranger in a long time. Well, I just fucking don't like to talk to people.
Well, yeah, I guess. Hey, speaking of which, I'm planning a trip this fall.
Where are you going?
Want to come?
I don't know. Where you got to tell me where.
Winnipeg.
Oh yeah, I got to get a passport. I don't have one.
Same. I got to get a passport too.
I guess so. I got to go to the Social Security office because my Social Security card got ran through the wash.
Oh, you're just carrying that around now, huh?
Yeah, I always do. I don't give a fuck.
I'm kind of the same vein. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, so I gotta go get a new Social Security card, and then after I do that,
we should do it
we
together.
Should go get the passport thing
we should
done.
make a day of it.
Yeah. So why are you going to Winnipeg?
All right. So at work, I was looking into my PTO, and with this new position that I took, it's not like at the end of the year if you have extra PTO, you can just carry it over.
Oh, they fucking take it away?
Use it or lose it.
That's such bullshit.
It is. So I'm looking into...
Dude, your job's already pissing me off all the time because you're never fucking around. And now they're fucking screwing you too?
Well, they are and they aren't. They're not screwing me with the some other perks. But I digress. Okay. So I'm looking into it and I'm like, what would be really fun to do this year? Since I haven't done it since before the pandemic, 2019, go to fucking Vikings game. So I'm looking.
Were the Vikings playing in?
No, hear me out. So what I'm looking at is kind of a long road trip, but it'd be fucking awesome. Okay. So,
how long? How many days?
Not that many days. So the Vikings play on the 20th of October in Minneapolis. Okay.
Would we get our passports processed that fast?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So the Vikings play on the 20th. That's a Sunday. And I'm like, oh shit, I should see if the Sharks are playing either.
I was gonna say I wasn't gonna go with you unless we went to see a hockey game.
Okay, so I'm like, well, maybe the Sharks.
Like if we're going to Winnipeg, I want to see the Jets play. I don't even. I'm against the Jets too, but
Sure.
I'd still want to go watch hockey.
Yeah, in Canada of all places, right?
Yeah.
And plus, Celebrini's playing, the new guy for the Sharks, #1 draft pick. I'm really excited to watch this.
Cool.
So I'm like, well, let me take a look at some dates here and see what lines up, right? And then I see that the Sharks are playing Winnipeg on the 18th on
nice.
Friday. So I'm like, oh shit. Well, that's about a 7-hour drive to Canada.
Okay.
Okay. I'd probably leave on a Wednesday. You know, I think that's what I asked for off. Leave on a Wednesday. That way I can spend a little bit of time in Canada.
Sure.
You know, yada yada yada. I go up to Canada on the Wednesday before. So Wednesday or even Thursday, it wouldn't matter. I want to spend at least one day in Canada. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See the hockey game on Friday. Okay.
Sure.
And then it's only a 7.5-hour drive from Winnipeg to Minneapolis.
All right.
So I'm like, oh shit. Then I can come back down, hit the Vikings game, and then come back on Monday. You know, so it'd be a fucking fun trip, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of lining it all up just to see, because I'm like, I got to use this fucking PTO of mine, and why not make a fun little trip of it? You know what I mean?
Well, I got Tuesday afternoon off, and we got tomorrow off. We
Yeah.
could get
I mean, if you're
started on part of it. I'm not going to guarantee say I can go because I already took so much fucking time off
No,
this year.
I
But
totally get it.
I need to get the passport anyway. I could at least make the attempt to go.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'd be fucking fun. It'd be kind of a middle of the week, middle of the month, or middle of the week, middle of the month kind of trip before holidays kick off and things start to get real crazy for me at work and for you at work or whatever. I think it'd be a fucking awesome, fun trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah.
I got so much fucking PTO. I've used a lot of it this year.
That's what I was kind of asking you the other night. I'm like, hey, is your situation like a use it or lose it kind of a thing?
Oh,
or do you
fuck no.
Get it accumulated? That's fucking awesome. Now, granted, I do get to keep at least 5 days of it to carry over to the next year, but I think I have to use my PTO by February 1st.
Oh, by the next year.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I still have January, and then I'm thinking about taking a trip to like Vegas or something in January. So I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to hit 2 fucking hockey games this year. Watch my team play twice, but I'll have to look into it. See we'll have to look into it after we're done here.
I think I'd maybe watch your team play once and then
yeah.
go somewhere that I've never been to before.
Right,
Because I don't
right.
want to go back. Like I said, I really don't care to go back to Minneapolis, even though I had a great time the last time I was there.
Right.
But I feel like we often do the same things that we normally do.
Right. I think
I liked San Jose, but I don't really feel like I need to go back.
I would if I go back to San Jose or if I go back to the Bay Area, it's definitely going to be for San Francisco. I wouldn't mind spending a little more time in San Francisco
To hook up.
And yeah, I was going to say insert gay joke. Here we go.
Yep, I did. I knew you were going to say that.
No, I would love to go back to San Francisco, and if it just so happened to be
Well,
during
that
the
was
Sharks time,
that was one
I'd
of
go.
the things was we only spent the one day in San Francisco. So if I went back to that area, I'd probably maybe rather than stay in San Jose, stay in San Francisco, take the fucking train down to San Jose for that day,
go to a Sharks game,
and then come back.
or go to Oakland to get fucking murdered.
Do you honestly think you'd get murdered in Oakland? I don't think if you're not fucking with other people, I don't think they'd fuck with you.
I think if I did get murdered in San Jose riding that stupid fucking bike, I'm never gonna get murdered anywhere else.
That bike sucked.
I'm just saying. That was crazy. So that's kind of my thought process in the coming months here is to maybe get a little trip planned for. Because I would like to take about a week of PTO in September for a little mini tour. I think the band and I have kind of talked about that, and then October would be about a week of PTO in October. So, I mean, it's just so crazy. Like I was just thinking about like just how busy it's been at work with everything, and it's like, God damn. I need to take a fucking vacation.
Yeah.
So if I can take a week from like August, a week in August, a week in September, October.
You can take that much time off.
What?
You can take that much
I've
time.
got 30 days of PTO.
But they don't get mad at you for not being there?
What else are they gonna do? I mean, I got essentially what it comes out to is 6 weeks of PTO.
All right.
Right? So I mean that's 6 months out of the year. So I mean, like, sorry guys, like, what are you gonna do? I mean, they'll approve or deny it, but
weird.
I don't know. Just it's wild.
So you were I don't know where I was going, but I was talking about how like sometimes like people make me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Yeah.
I had this interaction with a person that was like so much worse than normal. Like so
so much worse than normal.
I'm at work and I help this lady out and like I'm finished helping her out. Like we're at the end of our transaction or whatever. She's like, oh hey, just real quick, I just have this habit. This habit, and she said the word habit like 4 fucking times. But basically,
she has this habit of saying habit.
Yeah, basically what it came down to when she finally spit it the fuck out was she likes to ask people if there's anything she can pray for them for.
Oh, sure.
And I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, fuck you.
And then she's like, don't you?
You blew it.
And then she's like, well, do you know Jesus? And I was like, no. Like, basically, I was treating it like, who's that?
No.
Like, but like, I was like, no. And she's like, well, don't you want to? And I was like,
no,
not really. And like, but like, it's like, why are you asking me this? Just because you can hold me hostage here because I have to fucking help you out because it's my fucking job?
How old would you say she was?
Between 60 and 65.
Perfect. This is what I would have done
Mm-hmm.
if I was in the same situation. Job be damned. Okay? I would have said this.
I got a nice cushy job.
I know. Okay, but I'm just saying. I mean, even if, Cole, you're in a position where you could probably say whatever you want to whoever you want, and nothing's going to happen. So what I would have done.
But I don't like to be a dick. So, well, I do, but like not always. And I don't
What
like.
I
I don't like
said-
to be a dick when I'm at work.
What I would have said is it so she okay, let's play it out.
Okay.
You tell me what she just said to you. Like, you're about
Hey,
to finish up.
habit. Hey, is there anything that I can pray for you for?
Yes, there is. I was circumcised as an infant, and I've always wanted to know what it's like to have foreskin.
All right.
Could you please ask God to grow my foreskin back?
All right.
Thanks, Cole. I've always wanted to have my foreskin grown back.
Okay. Well,
Boom.
I will pray on it.
I don't think, honestly, Cole, it's anatomy, so it's not like it's. I mean, it's kind of gross, but I mean, she was asking. I feel like it's the same. It's the same.
I feel like she just only did it because she knew I couldn't walk away.
probably.
Fucking
And she probably
ridiculous.
feels
You don't
good-
fucking do that shit to
But
people.
also, in the same way, like you've made shit really uncomfortable for her.
I know because
You
she
know,
started
no,
it.
no,
I was gonna fucking
right,
finish it.
Right. I mean, you could have made it super uncomfortable, but I mean, I think you made it, especially with religious folks, you made it uncomfortable enough because, like, she comes up to you, like, you know, and she fucking accosts you with her bullshit, and it's like, hey,
I did at some point tell her I was raised Catholic, and I was raised Catholic, and I'm not doing that stuff anymore. So.
I mean, that works. I remember that.
I
remember one time.
Why would you do that to a fucking total stranger, man?
You know, it's just the way some folks are.
Josh told me that they think they're helping you, but like they're not.
They think it's. I look at it this way, like, you know how folks on Facebook or like other social media shit, where they will. Something tragic happens, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking mass shooting or an earthquake or whatever. And these folks, I've noticed it in the last few years, right? where they'll post on Facebook or these social media sites, and they'll say prayers, or they'll send the praying hands or some shit like that. You know,
That's not helping either.
Hold on. This is where I think it gets even lazier as we have become. I honestly believe that these folks think that that's what they're doing, right? So it would be one thing, Cole, if something tragic were to happen and that person is like, oh shit, something bad happened. And they actually got down on their knees and they prayed to their God, right? Mm-hmm. But we live in this society now where we're so lazy. I don't even think they do that anymore. I just think they send out that emoji, or they send out.
They think it counts as a prayer?
They think that it counts as a fucking prayer. I honestly think that that's what it is now.
I wish I would have gotten Tanner this year.
Why is that?
Then I could have just told her I'm a Muslim.
Oh, Allahu Akbar, bitch.
I got the fucking beard. I'm dark.
Yeah. If you just start speaking, yeah. Just say Allahu Akbar next time she says something. But I remember, it reminds me of this time where, like, I purposely made these old ladies at Kohl's feel uncomfortable. Okay.
Is this the time when you're fucking around with Robbie?
Yeah. And he fucking smashed me in the testicles. And I fucking, like, he hit me so, like, he fucking nut tapped me so hard. It brought me to my knees. And I'm on the middle of the floor in Kohl's, just writhing in pain. And these two old ladies come up and they said, "Are you okay?" And I'm said, and I didn't want to be fucked with at that point. I didn't want anybody to talk to me. Leave me alone. This is embarrassing. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, I'm okay. But they didn't leave it alone. And she was like, "Is it your back?" And I'm like, God damn it. In my head, I'm just like, fuck, leave me alone. So I'm like, no, it's my testicles. And these old ladies are, oh. And that was it. They wanted to help me. They were going to help me if it was my back hole, but now my testicles hurt.
They would have rubbed your back, but they won't rub you. They won't rub one out.
But could you imagine? Like, I mean, and they were sweet old ladies. I'm sure that they wanted to help the best that they could. They just did not expect to hear.
Oh, fuck my testicles.
And that's how I feel about this interaction you had with this lady. Where if you made it uncomfortable for her, you know, she probably would learn her fucking lesson, hopefully. Like, hey, you know, maybe I shouldn't accost strangers. Maybe I should just let strangers be. Bygones be bygones. But, you know, like Josh said, you know, she thinks that she's doing a good thing, but I mean, she's not really doing anything, really.
She's just getting on my fucking nerves, dude.
I guess that's what she's doing, sure.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
All right, so before Cole, we went to Wheeler Walker Jr. On Monday night. I also had a little downtown celebration.
Oh, yeah, you were hanging out downtown with Ashley.
Yeah. She said,
Why
hey,
were you celebrating?
We weren't celebrating. We were just hanging out downtown. She said, I want to go bar hopping. I'm like, okay. I mean, it's not really like my favorite thing ever to do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Ashley gets annoyed by my antics sometimes, and quite frankly, she's got to learn to deal with that because that's just the way I'm going to fucking be when I'm in public and stuff, right? So, we started off.
Honestly, the fact that you weren't really annoying when we were in San Jose kind of surprised me. Like just like being really loud and talking shit.
I did piss on a fucking church.
I don't care. There's no one around.
Wow. I mean,
it's childish to me, but it's like.
No, I'm just saying, like.
But like normally, like you get very loud about stuff, you know.
I tend to, yeah, and maybe it's just me being outside of my comfort zone. I don't fucking know. Anyway,
but I was actually kind of like, huh. I'm kind of surprised. You know, sometimes some of your outbursts they're a little much, and then other times they're pretty fucking funny.
See, you just got to fucking throw it out there. Sometimes that shit sticks on the wall. So anyway, we started off at the Craftcade, and
oof. The night can only go up from there, right?
I felt like a fucking idiot because Ashley's worked in the service industry. She knows how to pour a beer, I guess.
Mm-hmm. She didn't know how.
I don't know how. I thought.
Oh, you don't know how.
God.
Neither
damn.
does Shay. Shay doesn't know how to pour a beer.
I thought I did. I mean, there's some nights where I'm like, yeah, I got this, and other nights I'm like, I just fucked up. I was fucking up so hard.
Yeah,
that
every time Shay's at a beer wall.
Yeah.
He gets a beer, but he pays for almost 2.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I did for fucking sure. And Ashley's like, give me that. And I thought, for sure. I'm like, okay. She poured me a fucking 2 good beers. I'm like, God damn you.
Yeah.
So we had some pizza, which was fine. It was good.
Which one?
I always like the Tony Hawk now. That's my
Which one
kind of
is
go-to.
that?
That's the pizza that's got it's the grinder meat, it's like a grinder pizza. So it's like a meat lovers type of pizza, but they also have taco meat on there, hot sauce and a little bit of ranch. They do like a ranch drizzle.
Tony Hawk grinder.
Well, yeah, it's good. It's fucking awesome.
He's gay.
Because he's gay.
Oh no, because of the skateboarding stuff.
Is also gay. But anyway, that's my favorite pizza.
I like that.
And,
I like their hamburger one with the pickles and tomatoes,
yeah,
the
yeah,
hamburger
yeah.
meat and the ketchup and the mustard.
That is a good one.
That one's fucking. It smells good too.
See, and you're giving me shit for having.
I get it to go, dude. Yeah.
So we went upstairs and they've got a Mario Kart up there, which is so much fun. It's
Yeah.
Mario Kart, but you're.
Oh yeah, that's right. You and her.
Shit.
Yeah, that's a big thing you guys do. Is
Yeah, we like
play
Mario
the
Kart.
Mario
So
Kart.
we were playing it, and we did like kind of a best 2 out of 3. And I can't remember exactly, but I think I was the best out of the 3. Fuck it, I was. Why not? She's not here to defend
For the
herself.
sake of this podcast.
For the sake of this podcast,
because fuck Ashley.
so but there was a moment like I thought I was gonna fucking win. Like I was at the finish line. I don't know what the fuck power up she had. She just whip past me. I fucking got first place, and I shrieked so fucking loud. It was. Just
I've
like,
heard you do that here.
Yeah, it was
but
just
you
like
did that in the arcade.
Like it was like a Homer Simpson kind of shriek. You know, I was so fucking pissed because I thought for sure. So it started off there, and then I had I didn't get super slammed there, but you know what? I had one of the best games of pinball I've ever had.
For real?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was so fucking cute because Ashley was. Listen, I am a pinball fan. I am not great.
Dude, we did an entire trip to Las Vegas just to go to the Hall of Fame, the Pinball Hall of Fame.
Pinball Hall of Fame. I am a aficionado. I know how pinball works. I know some of the mechanics, but I am by no means an expert at pinball. Okay, so I'm fucking just popping extra ball, extra ball, extra ball. It was on the Mars Attacks. Or Attack from Mars.
Okay.
And I'm fucking killing it. And my goal, okay, every pinball machine, for the folks that have never really played pinball, every pinball machine has achievements or goals that you're trying to light up, right? Mm-hmm. And I have never in my life lit every single achievement. And in Mars Attacks, the achievements that you're trying to reach is one's America fighting off the aliens. The second one is France, Germany, England. So there's like all these different countries. And then the goal of the machine is that all of the countries are going to go on the offensive and attack Mars.
Okay.
Okay. That's the story of the pinball machine, if you will. And I was one away.
Oh.
One away.
I've gotten close on the Star Trek The Next Generation,
Nice.
but I've never gotten all of. I've gotten close, but I've never gotten all of them.
And I've been 2 away when I've played in person Monster Bash. Because in Monster Bash, you're trying to get the whole band together. And I was 2 away, and I didn't get it. But on this particular game, I was 1 away. 1 fucking country away from going to battle on Mars.
Which country?
I don't remember which one it was.
Probably the French. They surrender easy.
No, I think I had France. I think I had gotten to France. I'd beaten. Well, anyway, the kind of cute thing about it was Ashley thought for sure that I was going to get the high score because I mean, I was fucking crushing that thing. You know, I was just extra ball, pop, 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 killing it.
Do you know when things started sucking at the Craftcade?
When's that?
When your friend Heather quit.
Oh man. Well, this story, this whole evening involves Heather actually.
Oh, okay. But
it's
yeah,
probably
she
the
was
best part of the evening.
She was
actually.
an excellent person. Like I don't
Oh,
know
she
if
is
she was a
awesome.
manager or
I think she was.
but she was crushing it, and then she
Yeah.
doesn't work there no more, and now the place isn't as good.
It's not great. It's not great. But yeah, it was cute because Ashley thought for sure that I'd have the high score, and I I said I'm not gonna even make the leaderboard. She's like, "There's
You
no
didn't
way."
even get like the top 5? No,
Dude, you gotta understand that even me as a aficionado, not an expert, that can play a pinball machine and have that thing going for a good 15 to 20 minutes on a single game. You've got people that are rolling that, right? You've got people that have hit that, what we've just talked about, like hitting those different levels and unlocking those certain things 3, 4, 5 times.
Huh.
Like, I think the high score on that game was like 17 billion. And I think I was only like 1.4 billion.
Oh,
So, I mean, I did really well, you know, for a personal record, but not that. So we left the Craftcade, and I said, well, let's head to Blarney Stone, you know, and that's where Heather works. now,
yeah,
at the
I've
Blarney
seen
Stone.
her there too.
Yeah, so we stopped there. We saw a couple of folks that we, you know, Heather and another waitress there that we know, and like that was a grand time. And I honestly wish that that's where the evening would have ended.
Is the other waitress the really, really short one?
Yeah.
Okay, I've
Yeah.
had her as a waitress. I like her. She's
Yeah, yeah.
she's very
She's great.
cool.
I've worked with her at other jobs, and yeah, she's great. And then we went to Peacock Alley, and Ashley wanted to get an espresso martini, and I was like, fucking Peacock Alley. Did not want to go. So we went to Peacock Alley, and then we decided after Peacock Alley, after our espresso martinis, that we'd head up to the Luft, which is another not like bottom tier for me. However, on a Monday night, that's my kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Super
Just
dead. You can go, you can sit out on the balcony, you can watch the cars drive by, just have a nice relaxing evening. And I met somebody from Nicaragua.
Oh,
It
yeah?
was so funny. So I'm already pretty fucking tuned up at this point. Like, and when I say tuned up, I was fucked up at that point. I heard this guy speaking Spanish. And I look over, and he's sitting with this fucking gringo. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I kind of glance over at the guy, and I'm like, Senor! He looks over at me, kind of like, what? And I said, A la verga! And the fucking look on this guy's face was just, what the fuck did you just say to me? And it was like this. It was so fucking beautiful in such an American way. Okay, not me being a fucking dumbass, but like what transpired afterwards, right? So this fucking guy that was at the bar with this other dude. Okay, there was these two coworkers. One guy, super nerdy and white. The other guy from Nicaragua, probably 10 to 15 years on this other dude, right? Like that much older. They're just colleagues. They just wanted to go out to the bar. Neither of them speak each other's language. Like they know bits and pieces, but that's it. And I'm like, God damn, that is the beauty of America. Just like two guys that have nothing in common, okay, culturally, I mean, musically, whatever, and then they're at the bar together because they work together. They wanted to go out afterwards. It's like just this little friendship. It was so fucking cool. Then we ended up just talking together and having a really good time. But it was that first initial reaction was just, what the fuck did you just say to me? And Ashley had to apologize profusely for me for being ignorant. Not ignorant. She's ignorant. You're ignorant. Anyway, it was a good time. And then Ashley lost her phone and the fucking night sucked. That pissed me off. I was so fucking mad.
Yeah.
Kids these days, just so obsessed with their fucking phones. Like, if I lost my phone.
So obsessed with her phone, but she can't remember where she last put it.
I mean, goddamn. She kind of fucked. It did piss me off because she's like, I'm leaving. I'm going home. Like, You left it. You literally left it in the bathroom that we were just at. Like, nothing is fucked. It's fine. Anyway, kids these days. Attached to their phones, these kids are. Me and Cole, I jumped into a pool with my phone.
Did you?
Yeah. It was honestly, it was before Ashley lost hers, but it was to kind of prove a point because she was always just so like, oh, I don't know what would happen if my phone fell in the water. I'm like, it's an iPhone. It's literally waterproof. She's like, no, it's not. So when I went over to Adam's that night, I have to show you the video. I just had my phone on me. I just
Tonight?
What?
Did you say tonight?
No. It was the other night when I
okay.
had gone over there, and I just fucking jumped in. I just did a cannonball and jumped in the water with it. When I did get home, I did think I fucked it up because when I plugged it in, it said something about like, "Hey, your phone has been submerged in water, and we can't charge it at this point." I'm like, "Fuck!" So I had to wirelessly charge it.
Yeah.
But hey, no, it's fine. It works great.
Can you do that with one of these? With the Samsung?
We could look at the IPS rating on it for sure. Some of them are.
Because I do have that wireless charging. It just takes a long time.
Yeah, some of them are waterproof. We'd have to look at the model of yours, but yeah, and some of them.
Galaxy Note something or other, 20, I think.
Yeah, we could look at that for sure.
But
Cole,
I need a new OtterBox. That's what I need.
We could look at that too.
Dude, you remember my favorite was when my old phone flew off the fucking hood of the car, and apparently I didn't know this at the time, but like you told me later, you and Deanne were just freaking out that I was gonna lose my shit. But
honestly, we thought you
guys
were.
just didn't realize that I don't give a fuck about my phone.
Like, I mean, I care to a degree.
I like the alarm clock function, and I like to be able to take pictures. And I like that I like to know people's phone numbers. Other than that, I couldn't care less about it. Although solitaire is kind of fun if I'm bored.
Yeah, I suppose. But, I mean, that's the way. That's the way, man. This is the way.
Yeah.
So, for Comic Can Coozie, Cole, I'm Tayler.
I'm Cole.